Good morning, Nick McNaboe, Michael Milano, and today we've got Brian Arbor, the National Life Group. He's an agent. He's a life insurance guy. He's also a really great listener. Brian, thanks for joining us, and really excited to really introduce you and what you do for our community today.
Sure. So I've been an independent life insurance agent for coming up on 4 years now. And I'm an independent agent who chooses to represent National Life Group's product. They're the best product I've seen looking at the market, and it's most in line with what I believe. Like, it's a product I passionately care about. And it's a product that rocked my world when I saw it the first time. So a friend of mine actually introduced me to National Life Group's policies, and it was a casual kind of park bench type conversation. We were sitting in a hotel lobby. And when I found out what was possible, I knew that I needed to know more. I knew that this was going to be a game changer for me, and I knew that I wanted to get the word out there. And that's really what got me in the game. I'm not a killer dynamic salesperson. I'm passionate about people having the life they really want and the financial tools to realize that. And that's why I do what I do.
You know, because I think my belief was it's meant for just death alone, and learning about what's available was eye-opening. And I think it's extremely important to educate the general public on, because in Nick and my line of work, we see people that will utilize the sale of their home to pay for some of those things. Where something, having a conversation with you, having something set up, could bypass that. They could keep their house. You can pay for their expenses that were unforeseen and, you know, totally random, because they had the proper things that they were prepared for in place.
Yeah, the majority of home foreclosures and bankruptcies are due to medical debt. And you know, we're living longer than we ever have in our biological history. So National Life Group really went to bat for the client to say, how do we take care of these people who are surviving the kinds of incidents that used to result in a death benefit? Mm-hmm. And beyond that, they've got a lifetime income benefit rider. So our permanent products also allow you to store cash in a tax-deferred growth environment. And because you're working in a life insurance product instead of a benefit plan like a 401k or a retirement account, you can receive non-taxable distributions on that cash in your retirement years to supplement your other planning. So tax-free retirement is also on the table if you're working with the right life insurance product.
Let's just skip right to the first time someone thinks about, oh, I'm gonna talk to somebody about life insurance, and because I know I need it, and I'm not sure really much more about what I've found on the internet. I need to talk to somebody. Who do I call? And they maybe see this video and they decide they're going to call you. What would you say their experience would be from that point forward?
Well, there are so many different ways life insurance can impact a person's financial planning. There are so many different kinds of clients with different kinds of needs. So the first thing to do is let me know where you found me. I'd love to hear from some of you park bench folks, and I'll be curious about your life, about why you called, about why you feel you need life insurance. I happen to agree, but that doesn't carry a lot of weight. And like, what matters to you? What's going on in your life? Building the right life insurance policy tailored for the client is the way I work. So it's not a 15-minute, hey, you want some life insurance, how much, here's some paperwork. It's really making sure that what we put in place for you is what best serves you in the long run. So you can count on an exploratory conversation where you get to tell me about you, you get to ask me whatever you want to about me. And if I'm the right fit for what you're dealing with, if I think I've got a solution for you, we'll schedule a time to look deeper. And if not, perhaps there's some other resource in my community, in my network of professionals that might be better suited to what you actually need. And I'm always happy to refer you to the right person if I'm not it.
Mhm. I love that. So you really hear people out about what their goals are, what they want to get done. And if you know you're not the best fit for them, you know somebody that might be.
Absolutely.
And without ego are referring those people.
Yeah.
I love that. We operate the same way. One thing that I discovered in having the conversation with you is it's much more than just after life planning. Like your product offers a lot of flexibility and versatility that I think is super important to let the public know what's available to them, because it's information that you know otherwise are just sitting on, that I think should be broadcast to everybody that has any kind of wealth management, family planning, all that stuff that you covered just briefly. But what are the products that you have that are not just life insurance? It's not like, okay, when you die, this is what happens. There's a lot more to it, right?
Yeah, so you can find those kind of policies that are just purely a benefit that goes to your beneficiary after you pass. That's the foundation of all life insurance. And in addition to that, working with National Life Group's products gives you access to a host of living benefits at no additional cost. So if you happen to face a terminal diagnosis in your lifetime, or there's a major medical event, things like heart attack, cancer, stroke, blindness, kidney failure, like the heavy hitters that statistically happen, if you're incapacitated and unable to get up and care for yourself, like a long-term care type situation, we have what's called a chronic illness rider, where there's help available, and also a critical injury option. So for coma, paralysis, severe burns, or traumatic brain injury, if you're impacted by dementia or Alzheimer's and can't provide for yourself any longer without support, all of those things are triggers to file a claim with your life insurance policy and get access to the majority of your death benefit early when you need it. So hopefully you don't have to sell off your assets to be able to take care of yourself and to handle the medical debt that comes from surviving those kinds of incidents.
And
There's
something Nick and I see in our line of work is when those things aren't in place, or people aren't just are well off and have the money and the resources to take care of those sudden big expenses. The next thing.
I just one with the movie.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, let me finish this and then
Jonas is home from school today.
Can you go back upstairs?
No.
The reason I have life insurance, one of them. But what I was going to say was with Nick and I's line of work, a lot of people that don't have those resources are going through selling their house or refinancing just to pay for these unforeseen hardships.
Sure.
And that's what I got out of our first conversation with Brian. It's it's life insurance that he's providing. It's not after death insurance. And I always thought that, you know, it was just like the standard model. But Brian, your ability to listen and tailor products to people in a like an organized, effective way is really what makes you an asset to this community, and especially in the life insurance space, because you're not what I expected when I started to have these difficult conversations. You really listen to me, and I mean, talking about finances, talking about debt, these are difficult conversations. And you know, your ability to tailor products to people just through your ability to listen is what differentiates you from you know, a salesman. I mean, you're a listening agent, and you do a really good job at that. And we're really honored to have you in our circle of influence in our neighborhood, and be able to like provide your contact information to people that we do business with, because our clients are our friends. Mike and I are in a relationship estate. So you're an asset to our community, and we really are pleased to have you and as a resource.
Yeah, thanks. And you know, all that flexibility and additional access to your benefit happens at no additional cost. It's become a standard of care with National Life Group that every policy we issue carries that flexibility. So whether it's a term product or a permanent product, all of that's baked in at no additional cost.
Yeah.
So really, it's a matter of looking at, what do you want for your future? What do you want your life insurance policy to be able to do for you and your family? What can you afford? Both what can you afford right now, and how do you want to fund it in the future? And custom building a financial tool that's a solution to the problems that you in particular are facing.
I love that you're not a salesy guy. You know, like you really do just have a genuine conversation, and it's not about you at all or your product. It's hearing what people's goals are, offering solutions, and giving them the space to make the best decisions for themselves. And I think that's super important and of great value to the community. And I'm really grateful that you're here talking about what you do, and that you're here for people to tap into.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and thanks for introducing me to the community.
Absolutely. So if you're having questions about life insurance, or just where to even begin with it, Brian is a fantastic resource. You'll have somebody on the other line that will truly listen to you, and then move forward at a pace that makes sense to you. I mean, he's done it with me, and I can't speak more highly of somebody in this space. So thank you, Brian, for joining me. I'm Nick McNaboe.
Michael Milano.
And thank you for joining us today on another Park Bench interview. Brian Arbor, National Life Group. Reach out to him, make a phone call. You guys, you owe your life to it.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, take care.